It's Gabe from GabeYoga and GabeYoga Academy. And today, when you look at yoga teacher training programs, you can find them online, you can find them in other countries, you can find them at your local yoga studio at home. But what I'd like to do is show you how GabeYoga and GabeYoga Academy gives you a modern approach to looking at your yoga practice and your ability to become not just a great yoga teacher, but the best yoga teacher that you can be if you want to teach. And even if all your desire is to improve your own practice, to dive deeper into yoga philosophy and insights, then you will see that through this approach of education, a modern approach of education, I like to say, you gain and you benefit and you see all the things that you'd like to have. You can always go to GabeYogaAcademy.com and see some of the products that we have there. But let's jump right here to what happens when you join a training. Now, in our training, we cover hot yoga as a Vinyasa format, Vinyasa being a fusion of hot and flow. We cover yin yoga being the practice that helps understand the subtle energy as well as the connective tissue of the body. We look at vinyasa, meaning how do we build a sequence based on the principles from the mother of vinyasa, which is the Ashtanga practice. We then go deeper into functional anatomy, now that we know how to teach, and we have in our capacity the ability to communicate through hot yoga with our words rather than with our body. We know the anatomy and the energy of the body, beginning philosophy and insights. We know how to sequence in vinyasa, and that also allowed us to learn more about philosophy and history. Now we can take these ideas, understanding, and see the differences in bodies. We would have seen functional anatomy videos throughout the entire time. This is both true in the 200 and the 300-hour level of the training. In a 200-hour level, this is what you get. This is the materials that you will get when you sign up. Let's look at each one individually. In the Vinyasa module, this is the first module we begin. Vinyasa is a way to learn how to communicate. Let's minimize that for a moment. How do you communicate with your words rather than with your body? If you would like to learn how to stand in front of a group of students and teach with your words while walking around, adjusting, being clear, understanding how to create clarity and connectivity with the words that you are using, how to weave humor, insight, and the benefits of each posture as you communicate, this is the module for you. You might be a yoga teacher already, and you might just want to take this module on its own so you could learn how to communicate more effectively. Each module in the training comes with such a folder that has another set of folders within it, and in each folder there is goodies, there are gems, there are mini videos. So over here in the B1, the first one, let's look. We have a mini video of about 10 minutes of a difference between a yoga teacher and a yoga instructor. These videos are short and digestible that you can play on your iPhone, on your iPad, on your Android, or your computer. And we won't really look at it right now, but here we see a quick video, easy. Such a beautiful interviews and live sections that I have, as well as editing here. This particular video helps you understand the intention behind teaching. I will allow you to join the training to see that. But let's jump in here real quick where we can see edited videos of people like Bikram Chowdhury, Tim Miller, or listening to a recording about what it is, the mirror effect. Either way, what you begin to see is that as we go down, each folder has videos that are targeted to help you grow and understand the process of teaching yoga, understanding yoga, learning about yoga, learning about yourself, and then learning about the styles that you're looking for. So for instance, here in the Vikyasa format, you have all the music that we use, at least examples, until you learn how to use that music beat correctly to use it on its own. Since the class is a structured class, you have it in sections, where the class is broken into sections so you could learn to memorize the class moment by moment. You have full videos of the class, whether it is a 60-minute or an 80-minute class. You have forms and files. Let's look at the extras, for instance. Look at these flashcards that you will get when you sign up that take you step by step through the sequence, allow you to have insightful information about what it is that happens in a place like sun salutation. Here are the standing postures of that period, and then understanding what happens there, getting insightful ideas from other people. By learning this way, you are exposed to much more than you can be exposed if it was just a normal, in a classroom environment with just one person, one teacher. When you take the entire training, you can fill out an Excel form. And if you were to fill out this Excel form by typing in anytime you're studying, anytime you're watching a video, anytime you're in the classroom, anytime that you're practicing teaching, anytime that you are reading or studying, and you total it up, and as you can see, each of the weeks of the trainings is included, or the module, each of these weeks is actually each module, you will have more than 200 hours that you would have spent in looking and establishing your teaching yoga experience. Here, for instance, is books that you get. This is a compilation book that takes you through history, overview, selected sutras, descriptions of styles, and founders. Lastly, each module comes with yoga movies, ways that you can deepen your understanding through the documentaries that were made long ago. One of my favorite here is the BKS Yangar from 1979, where he's demonstrating and commenting about his 1976, excuse me, where he's demonstrating and commenting about his life. Look at how beautiful this is. So old and so ancient. So practical for us today as yoga students and yoga teachers. Here is a powerful yoga documentary called Yoga Unveiled, and all of that is just in the Vikyasa module. This is in the very first module. As I mentioned, Vikyasa teaches you how to teach. It comes with a document that lays out all of the ideas that you will see in the books, in the videos, and in a live training with me. It gives you access to all of the folders, it breaks them down, and helps you understand it in your own time by coming back to referencing, like a mini book, what things are about. Vikyasa is a balance. One of the balances is the balance between the teacher and keeping the bodies together. Vikyasa really teaches you how to teach a yoga class to a group of people so that they can work together and experience a magic of health, joy, and energized experience when they leave the class. After we learn how to teach, so in Vikyasa we learn how to teach, stand up, teach, communicate, we then learn about the body. And in yoga, many of the videos here have to do with anatomy. Here's anatomy presentation. We do go into Patanjali Sutras, and we go into a Chinese theory that helps us understand how the Vedas, the early Vedas that predated, that basically gave the rise to yoga, allowed through Patanjali and the Buddha to become a Chinese medical theory today. This is a 4-part lecture series that you have as a video format. And this is also the course that you can take online. There's yoga movies here as well. A beautiful, funny film called Enlighten Up. There are classes in every module that are video as well as audio to support you in learning how to teach or just having incredible yoga classes for your personal practice at home. After we learn about the body, we can now learn about sequencing. In the Vinyasa module, we get to see teachers like David Swenson, Patabi Joyce, and Baron Baptiste giving us their perspectives on the world of art. Because when you start sequencing, it's like making your own painting. And we look at that aspect in day one, the art of sequencing. And what are the challenges when it comes to creating your own sequencing? We explore Ashtanga, hence some of the videos with David Swenson. We explore Ashtanga as an incredible sequence that gave rise to Vinyasa, like Shakespeare providing a context for great writing of plays and poetry. So Ashtanga is a beautiful blueprint to help you learn how to start creating sequencing. We look at stories and other people like Krishna Das here in this module. We also learn the variety of sun salutations, and like always, you have yoga classes, you have a daily minimum, you have Patabi Joyce leading sun salutation, you have the Ashtanga primary series if you like to practice it, and you have Vinyasa classes, both gentle, power, and Ashtanga Vinyasa style improvisational classes. We top it all off with a business and functional anatomy, where now we can look at functional anatomy concepts and different videos that allow us to see how different bodies respond differently to yoga poses. We can only do that with videos since we are limited in the variety of bodies we can see in front of us day to day, or even in a yoga teacher training where many people are already yoga students and may already have their flexibility. You learn a lot by watching these different individuals and what they go through. Movies here, for instance, include when Patabi Joyce visited New York City way back in 2011. An incredible film, especially considering the time period in 9/11/2001, excuse me. In forms and files here, we look at chakras, we look at Ayurveda, and we look at business and setting goals. So hopefully this gives you a blueprint and a viewpoint on what happens when you join my teacher training program, both live, so look on GabeYoga.com to discover when we are having our next teacher trainings. Our teacher trainings are done in collaboration with other studios. Upcoming teacher trainings include in Marin County in California at Some Like It Hot Yoga Studio, in Finland at Studio Yin, in Moline County at Shine Yoga Studio. And if you have a yoga studio that you would like to run this teacher training at, please contact me at gabeyoga@gmail.com. So that's gabeyoga@gmail.com if you would like to implement this type of a teacher training program at your studio. And if you would like to do this online, please send me an email, and so that you can learn how you can get access to all of this incredible information to become not just an incredible practitioner, but a great voice for the yoga today. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to serve you. Talk to you soon.